right, good afternoon, and of course, I'm glad that you decided to join us, and I believe that you're doing quite amazing. It is yet another Saturday that the Lord has made it possible for you and I to meet yet again in this one of the most amazing on the sport show. Indeed, we have much and more lined up for you, including the ongoing World Under-20, that is rugby trophy that is currently underway at Nyayo Stadium, and of course we have the World Cup qualifiers, the fixtures that was released, and for the first time, at least for the first time after maybe 2 years, Kenya will now be taking part in competitive international competition. I'm talking about the qualifiers, and Kenya are in Group F alongside Cote d'Ivoire, Gabon, Burundi, just in a spot to just, try to clinch that ticket to represent the world, to represent Kenya in the World Cup qualifiers that will be held in USA, Canada, and Mexico in 2026. That and many more. And of course, we'll be talking about the promotion playoff that will be held, that are preparing for the World Cup that will be held in Malaysia. They'll be here to give us their side of the story as far as preparation is concerned and what to expect in the third edition of the Woodball World Cup that will be held in Malaysia. And of course, I still have very interesting game that it's not new to many, but to some it might come as surprise. I'm talking about the Frisbee. That is a new game that we'll be talking about, and I have a couple of players here who will be talking to us about the development of the game here in the country, and of course the step to be taken as far as Frisbee is concerned. And that is as far as the lineup is concerned. But later on still, I'll be joined by my panelists here as we take you through the stories, the analysis of the sports review from local and international, including the transfer window that is currently happening. But first thing first, I want us to take a look at the highlights of today's show. Right, now we begin this one with the FKF promotion. It is a do or die affair for Football Kenya Federation Premier League side Wazito FC as they fight for their dear lives in their quest for a fifth straight season in the top flight when they travel to Migori to face a Migori Youth in the FKF Premier League promotion playoff on Saturday, that is today. Wazito, of course, finished 16 in the 2022-2023 FKF Premier League season on 29 points, 3 ahead of Mathare United, whose long run at the top was finally brought to an end as they finished 17. Standing on their way, of course, is determined Migori Youths, who are leaving nothing to chance as they hope to be the first side since Kenya Police in 2021 to ouster an FKF Premier League side in the playoff and get promoted to the top league tier. This match is scheduled to kick off at 3 p.m. with the return leg set for 22nd of this month at the dreaded Muhoroni Stadium. Alright, now let's move on from the FKF Premier League, that is promotion league, now to some other stories. Well, the Football Kenya Federation Premier League is set to kick off on 26th of August to 2023 with 4 matches lined up on the day, according to the fixture released by the local football governing body FKF on Thursday. Well, defending champions Gor will begin their defensive title hunt with a clash against Sofapaka, while Tusker will travel to Mombasa to face Bandari at Baraki grounds. Mozart Bet Cup winners, that is Kakamega Homeboys, will take on KCB at Buhungu Stadium. Zaya Sugar will host Ulinzi as newbies Shabana travel to Nairobi to face Kariobangi Sharks. Now, still matters football. The ex-Manchester City player Benjamin Mendy can now breathe a sigh of relief after Chester Crown found him not guilty of sexual offences leveled against him. Earlier this year, Mendy had been found not guilty of sexual offences against a number of women, but the jury were unable to reach verdict on the 2 charges. The Frenchman has been battling legal battles since 2021, limiting his playing time at the City, where he won 3 titles with the club before he was released by Manchester City when his contract expired at the end of June. Now from football, now let's switch gears to tennis. Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz will face off in a highly anticipated clash for the men's single championship at the Wimbledon. Djokovic swept aside Yannick Sinner to reach his 9th Wimbledon final and adding his final tally to 35 at all Grand Slam tournaments, more than any other single tennis player in history. On the other hand, the sensational Spaniard tennis star, that is Alcaraz, who blew away Russia's Dani Medvedev 6-3, 6-3, 6-3 in the semi-finals to book a date with Djokovic in the semi-finals slated on Sunday, that is tomorrow. The 2 tennis stars will renew their rivalry after Djokovic overwhelmed Alcaraz in French Open semi-finals last month. Right, now from tennis, now let's take a look at what is happening in Manchester and of course Barcelona. Barcelona and Manchester United are the latest clubs to be fined by UEFA for breaches of financial fair play regulation during the 2022-2023 season. United and La Liga giants Barcelona were fined 300 and 500 euros respectively for failing to meet the break-even requirement that attempt to limit Right, now we are done with our part 1 of On the Sport Show, and of course part 2, which is very interesting part that is coming up, and we'll be talking about the development of Grisby game in the country, and of course I'll be joined by my guest tonight, players who are participating. I beg your pardon. I'll be joined by my players today who are taking part in the current league that is ongoing, and the league is actually on its final stretch, and we'll be talking about this Grisby game here in Kenya, and what are some of steps and gains that have been made as far as the game is concerned. This and many more, including of course the upcoming World Cup as far as football is concerned. And remember our question of the day that we are asking you: do you think Harambee Stars has all what it takes to actually go past these qualifier stages and actually book the ticket to represent the country in the upcoming 2026 World Cup. Well, do you think Harambee Stars has all what it takes to actually qualify or go past the qualifier stages and clinch that sole ticket to represent the country in the 2026 World Cup? Keep talking to us on all of our social media platforms. We are live on YouTube, and of course you can tweet us at KUTV_Kenya. That is on Twitter. Remember to use the hashtag on the spot, and you can also tag me along at AUMA Events. Well, let's take this short break, and when we come back, we'll be diving direct into our discussion of the day.
Kenyatta University will hold its 53rd graduation ceremony on Friday, 21st July 2023 at the main campus along Thika Superhighway. KUTV will provide live coverage of the graduation ceremony from 8 a.m. The graduation ceremony will also be streamed live on KUTV, KU website, Lola app, and all KU social media platforms. For more information, please contact the Office of the Registrar Academic on 020-870-3092 or 0786-335-111 or visit the KU website on www.ku.ac.ke. Kenyatta University, transforming higher education, enhancing lives. Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Kutoka kuwa jamii ya kuhamahama na sasa kujumuisha kilimo katika mitindo yao ya maisha. Kwenye toleo la kaunti ya Narok, hii ni Boresha Kilimo, kwani afya bora ni kilimo bora. Kwani kilimo ndicho huboresha maisha.
To the Church O'Clock Show. I'm your host, Esther Becky.
And my name is DJ Terrell.
We start you off with a word of prayer and get you started with a live transformational worship experience. And have our minds renewed by the word of God on the word segment.
And not forgetting new music za hii wiki, yani ndakuwa bado nawapatia pale wasanii wamekuwa kiwakali. So make sure manzo tune in because zitakuwa zina flow pia pale mixes kwa wingi, yani zitakuwa zina come through, and pia performance yani from our gospel artist hapa on Gospel Art
from 7 to
10 a.m. only on KUTV.
what are some of the ways through which you can develop these skills so that you are comfortably fitting into the job?
You have to put yourself in positions where you are uncomfortable in the sense that you are not clear about what to do.
Because I used to work a corporate job before. So when I left, I happened to visit someone's farm around this area. So this project is called Security Breach Detect and Returns Familiarize, which is meant to be used to detect, detonate explosives. We'll tackle all the tough issues, discuss all the weird moments, and hopefully share a few laughs along the way.
Repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more, only on AUMA.
Loving husband and father. Nothing is too good for my daughter. An ambitious businessman with a dark secret. A girl with a whole life in front of her, plunging into a marriage that she did not choose with the wrong man.
I'm not ready to marry Zero.
But who is the right one? I love Nambi. A rock star, living the dream. But the babes keep chasing me, Agissa. It ain't easy being famous. Especially with so many glamorous women around. A woman hell-bent on revenge.
You will pay.
Seductive, dangerous. She is a predator. Everybody needs it. Everybody wants it. They will do anything to get it. Love and wealth.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
The folks are going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepo pasi kukufuku. Pepo pa ni idea.
Tazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, ndio inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni duniani leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
Our vision here is to have this African medicinal botanical garden. Our ultimate goal is to have a herbal factory right here, so that we are able to now add value to the medicinal plants that we have, so that we can help not just Kenya but also East Africa and the entire world.
Mtazamaji popote ulipo, unapokuwa ukitazama Safina Show,
inang'oa nanga sasa hivi. Ungana nami Albanas Mwania, nahodha wa Safina Show, nikutoe ng'ambo ya pili hadi ufuoni. Safina Show, sauti ya matumaini.
Baada ya kutafuta kazi, tunaweza kuanzisha miradi yetu ambayo ingetusaidia kubadilisha maisha ya wazazi wetu.
Kwa vijana wenzangu, wengi wale wana kazi, lakini ikiwa sisi wenyewe tutajiamini, tunaweza kujiajiri wenyewe.
Afrika kwa kweli tuna mahitaji ambayo ukiyasuluhisha unaweza kuathiri watu kwenye bara hili bila woga.
Watu huwa na uzalishaji zaidi, wanajawa na ujasiri, wanakuwa wabunifu na wanakuwa wenye maarifa.
Niliamua kuacha kazi, hata kama sitafanikiwa, nitakuwa nimejaribu, nitakuwa najua haiwezekani.
Hakuna kitu cha ajabu hapa. Kila anayepata ufanisi hufanya kazi usiku na mchana.
Kitu kitakusukuma na kuwezesha kupata maarifa ambayo hukuwa nayo.
Tunajaribu kutengeneza kitu kitakachopita mipaka ya nchi hii.
Ikiwa unataka kubadilisha ulimwengu, anza na nyumbani.
Technology, science, innovation, ICT and research. These are the ingredients upon which the solutions to the 21st century problems are founded. In a world that is rapidly changing, it's all hands on deck to ensure a balance in all fields of life. Women, young and old, are also in the front line, breaking the glass ceiling, becoming thought leaders in the larger tech space. Not forgetting other societies marginalized. And when the tech Avengers come together, we inch closer to a much safer, efficient and sustainable world. What we view as a norm in today's advanced world was just an idea, and for nostalgic reasons, we trace back to the iconic days to bring you the Retro Tech. On Tech Innovation Show, we encapsulate all the pillars of the fourth industrial revolution, decoded in a language, all for one for all. Every Monday at 8:30 as we push the mantra, keep learning something new each and every day. Only on KUTV, a new experience.
I'm well. Okay, standing this. Thank you. I originally come from Rwanda, Kigali. Shout out to Rwanda. And you, what do you feel like you're going to get this prize for the best dress?
Access to knowledge. Solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more, only on AUMA.
Hello everybody! I'm Nana. And I'm Gigi. Welcome to Engine Season 2! The place to find out about the world we live in and the creatures that we share our planet with. Join us on the most exciting adventures across the African continent. See breathtaking wildlife, stunning landscapes, and out of this world technology. Meet incredible scientists and learn fantastic facts. Explore, discover, be amazed. Be part of the next generation of African change makers. Be a part of Engine, Africa's #1 science discovery program. Yay!
right, welcome back. And now we pick it from our discussion of the day. And of course, this is where I introduce my guest and understand I'm joined by Ochoro Roni, that is a Nairobi Cool Water Frisbee team. And he'll be telling us about this Frisbees team. And of course, I have Andrew Wambua. This is the Kenyatta University Ultimatum team that is he is already here and will be taking us through this Frisbee game, what to expect, and of course the current position of his team in the league, and any discussion, of course, involving this Frisbee team. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for making time. And of course, I will start with you, Andrew. Well, this game seems to be very, unique to many, and so some might say interesting. So kindly just take us through, the process. How is this game, being played, and just how unique it is?
Yeah, the game is fast. It's very sweet. Mm-hmm. It's very it is very motivative, and for me, I can say personally, the game is the rules. They go hand in hand with those of rugby, mm-hmm. because we share one common rule, that is this disc. Mm-hmm. It has to reach the end zone, mm-hmm. to be clarified as a score. Right. And now the game has 7 players. That is, now we have a difference between beach tournament and now the grass tournament. So in beach tournament, it is where the game mostly we have 5-a-side, a mixed game that is mm-hmm. both men mm-hmm. and women. Mm-hmm. And now in grass tournament, we play 7-a-side, mm-hmm. that is both men and women. And definitely where you expect 2 genders, mm-hmm. there's fun.
They're fun.
Yeah, there's fun.
Right, and I want you, Ochoro, to confirm to us that this is not actually a plate. For when I first saw it, of course, I thought when you go there at KM, you see something like we call it mix. But confirm to us, this is actually it's not a real plate.
Yeah.
How does it work?
Actually, for the first time I saw this disc mm-hmm. was back in 2012 when I was in Form 2. Mm-hmm. There are some group of Canadians who came to our school, and then there was they wanted to teach us how to throw this. Mm-hmm. So I had an opportunity to study in a mixed school, and mm-hmm. where it was a day school, so I could go home and come back. So when they left, mm-hmm. we started serving githeri with them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we threw it for some 2 days, and then we washed it so well and started serving githeri. Mm-hmm. That was the first time I interacted with this.
All right.
But now when I was done with my secondary school, and then I was now going to join the university, and then I came to understand that this was not just the githeri plate, but this mm-hmm. is actually a game, mm-hmm. just like the football, or just like the rugby, the ball itself. So this is what unites athletes in mm-hmm. the name of Frisbee.
All right.
Yes.
Well, the game was introduced in 2010, and we are talking about 13 years down the line. And it's very surprising to many that they don't know, this Frisbee game. And it might come to surprise of many people. Maybe if I can ask you, Wambu, of course, as one of the player, why has it taken so long, of course, for this one to actually, take root the way it deserves?
Yeah, mostly why it has taken long, because first, you see, in Kenya you have to register. Mm-hmm. To register a game in the federation. Mm-hmm. That is one, and two. The game was mostly played by the Canadians, or even the whites. Mm-hmm. Mostly they were playing it in their embassies. So now they were playing it not so competitive, but now with time they saw the what do you call them? They saw the urge. The urge at least to get involved in now from the what we call the East Lando and the difference between East Lando and what? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the upper and this side of the Nairobi. Yeah, right. So definitely they introduce it into us, and at least to make it popular, it has to take some logistics, sometimes some good governance, some good, let's say, our allocation of duties and the rules. At least now it has to take a good explanation on how we are going to play it. Yeah, it is just a collection of just not tactical, but they are just simple ways. But at least we are now, at least it is in the university. So far, UON, University of Nairobi, and Cambry, Masinde Muliro, Rongo, Maseno, and it is now here in KU.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, and I can read some excitement from you. Well, he talked about the East Lando and the West Lando, some sort of rivalry, and I can see you are from Coolwater and he's from KU. Well, when you meet out there, the game itself is very, interesting, but the rivalry that comes with it, I'm talking about now the league. How will you describe, the whole aspect of the league?
Okay, thank you once again. Maybe I need to mention some of the few things that he forgot to tell you. Of course, on the introduction of the game, it came way back the way you were just saying, even before I joined the university. That was back in 2015. So this game was kind of, it was just like for fun. Let's go through Frisbee, and in America, it is originated in America. Yeah, it was from America, and then they're trying. Today we have the whole the World Federation. It's called WIFDF, the World Flying Disc Federation, that governs just like FIFA. And then from the World Flying Disc Federation, it comes back to the Africa Federation, that is also governed by governing our continent, and now it comes to Kenyan Federation now, governing our country. So this game, specifically, when it came, it was like, yeah, let's go enjoy and have fun, and then people started questioning themselves, because when those the whites are coming over here in Kenya, they are meeting, we call them, they're meeting us, the citizens, and then we'll be like, hey, what's this? So it's when they started training, and the hub of Frisbee actually was from Kisumu. Yes, so Kisumu, there's a team by the name Blackfish Ultimate that I've had an opportunity to play with them because I studied in western part of Kenya. So Kisumu started this game as a competitive, but when you have a team but there's no competitor, it's become boring. So that's why now the birth of Kakamega Hooves, another team in western that covers the around of western part of Kenya, like the Kakamega, Masinde Muliro and everything. So at that particular point, after we had this bit of the game now getting popular a little bit, is when now Kisumu went for the first GAS tournament that was held in Dubai in 2015.
All right.
Yeah, and then after that, now teams started coming in. Now we had Cambry now coming in. The institute itself has got a very competitive team over there, and then now we are seeing the birth of the universities coming in. The federation, like today, it has been recognized by the Western Federation of the university, the WECUSA, because we have the Kenya National Federation for the university, and then we have regions like Nairobi region, Central region, Western, and South Rift, all those. So it has been recognized. So in Nairobi is now being covered. But initially we were also being like, we had to wait for tournaments. Like we have a tournament that goes to Rwanda. There is a tournament in Kakamega, in Akwanga, like it's called Cranston, every February. And then there's also another tournament that goes to Uganda. So we had to wait for tournaments. And now we sat down back in 2021 and said, why don't we have to wait for tournaments? Why can't we come up something with a league? Because in that particular point, the federation was in the verge of registering, because you also have to be recognized by the sports ministry. So registration was taking on, or rather going on, because it's a process that also has to be followed. And then we came up with now the league thing. So the league, we said now we don't have to wait. we can start practicing and meeting each other. So the big, as at now, the biggest rivalry in maybe Nairobi is not even against KU, because KU is just a team that was born the other day. They might not know everything. They're trying to, you know, come up and do it and learn, because I did mention that Frisbee is actually a self-officiating. I don't need a referee. We are being marked something on, it's called spirit of the game. So how good are you? It's not just like I'm going to throw this and it ends there. It's about, do you know the rules? How do you communicate with the opponent? Was there body contacts and fall? Was there communication? How are you carrying out yourself when you are injured? Because if you fall me, for example, I throw the disc and then an opponent falls me, I will have to negotiate. Hey, I think that was a fall. And then you say, no, I didn't fall you. Okay, you didn't follow me. So it takes 30 seconds for us to argue. If we don't agree, the disc goes back to where it came from.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one is the only thing in life that goes back to where it came from, so that at least at the end of the day, we reverse the life back, and then we assume that this never happened. And that's how the game is. So today, the biggest rivalry is Kemri against Coolwater. During last Cranston Kakamega, that was that tournament, Kemri lost at the semi-finals, and they cried. So I saw that it was something that at least they needed to win. So that is the birth of the league, and of course it's also how we are going right now. This is our second round since we started the league.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew, of course, Ochoro here calls you the underdogs. Are you the underdogs in the league?
You can say you're the underdogs, but now they come in, let's say the next season, will not be called the underdogs. I think the best word will be the Bulldogs.
All right.
This will lead as they follow. And why they call us the underdogs is because we are the last team, not the last, but just we have just joined it. We are, let's say, we are the last bonds of this game. This game that is now majoring on the college and university session. And we just joined, let's say it was in December. We just joined in December. That is when we knew that at least there's something called Frisbee, and then there's something without a ref. Hey, people are there. There is a mix. You're like, you just seen people arguing. You're like, what are you arguing about? If it is outside, it is outside. See, yeah. So we are coming to beat them. These are their cool waters, and they're mostly the defending champions. Yeah, we are looking forward. At least we call them we call us. They stop calling us underdogs. How can we underdogs?
All right. Yeah. Well, I've noticed something in common in both of you. The excitement when you talk about, the mix, you love ladies and you play with them together. How is it?
So the game is so interesting, and actually is one of the games that has been promoting the inclusivity, the equity, and of course also the gender equality.
All right.
So it's one of the games in, I think, around the world that we have to say that wanafanana na wanatoshana. So the game, we have men open, that's the division, and then we also have women open division in the developed countries, of course, like the US, the Canada, and so forth. But in Kenya and Africa at large, we actually have practiced the mixed division. So the mixed division, like, I didn't even have the opportunity to tell you how this thing worked. So it's 7-a-side. So if we are doing mixed division on grass tournament, or rather grass, we have the gender equity, or rather the equality.
All right.
We must have 4 men, that is the standard gender ratio, the 4 men, 3 women, or 3 men, 4 women.
Okay.
You get that?
All
and
right.
then on the opposite, the opponent also has to give you the same. So when we are playing 3 men, 4 women, women will mark women, of course. But unajua pia kuna kuchanganya hapo katikati.
Okay.
But women should be marking women and men should be marking men.
Okay.
it is a non-contact game. We should not have at any point have the contact. So if contact is not punishable, or rather someone else will say that, hey, someone has contacted me, no. But that rough contact as compared to probably our brothers, the rugby team.
All right.
Yeah. So if you feel like we were going for the disc because it flies, that's why the name flying disc, and then I catch this disc over here, but in the process I hit you, that has it has prevented you from catching this disc, you call a fall. So there are some bit of rules that governs us, because when there's no referee, it means that we have to strictly follow those rules. Number one, when ikitoka nje, just like football, ikitoka nje the ref atapuliza inaitwa kipenga, yes. So in frisbee we'll call it out of bound. So someone will just say OB, out of bound, and then someone will check the foot. If your foot is on the line, that's out of bound. So the disc, you leave it there, it's called a turnover. So the opponents gain the possession. So another thing, I've talked about the fall, I've talked about the turnover, and also I've talked about the OB. And then which other rules do we have?
Mostly dangerous play.
Yes. So if I am playing with an intention of to injure you, that's called a dangerous play.
All right.
And if I contest, because in frisbee everybody, there's this bit of something that we learn that maybe football or any other game is not teaching, that is the emotional intelligence.
Okay.
I will need to have that negotiation skills to tell you that, hey, I feel that play was a dangerous play. And then I need to agree, because at the end of the day, I will be marked on spirit. So how was my spirit? Do I have a poor spirit? And spirit has been marked on 4 pillars. Some of them including fall and body contact. We have communication, and then also do you know some of the rules? And then it's encouraged in frisbee that the rules are always being the symbols or the signals. So like there's this fall, there's a travel. When you have it, just as opposed to rugby you're supposed to run and gain a yard. But this one, so long as you have it, there is no moving.
All right.
You have 10 seconds to count.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's talk about the status of the league right now. Of course, I understand you have like about maybe less than 10 teams, and maybe you can tell us, the newbies, how has the experience been, and how are you coping this time around?
Yes, you know, when you are in a new place, you learn. You just learn very many things. So now, for us, KU, we are 25 in number, and for the league, we have not been registered, but at least we normally play according, depending on which club you want to join, where they are accommodating you. So mostly according to the league, yeah, it is a very competitive one, but for now we have not that established a good team that at least we can compete with the Bulldogs.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fewer teams, and of course, long journey to go. The game was established back way in 2010. So, what is the current state of the league right now, and how will you attribute this to the slow growth of the league?
Just like any other new project that is being injected in, it comes with some of the hurdles and the challenges and everything. And you might have asked yourself, what is the big gap between 2010 until it's almost a decade? Just I did mention that previously, that it takes time. It takes time for people to know it. But as at now, we are growing at a faster rate. The league being started in 2021 with the idea of keeping the family together and the idea of keeping the competition together, because as opposed to initially, we were supposed to be just having this tournament, wait for another few months to have another tournament. And that one was something that you even forget who is from the other team. But now the league was brought in, and today, as we speak, every team is joining. We started it with 6 teams, and when KU will be fully in, we are going to be 8 teams with 3 universities. That is the University of Nairobi, we have Technical University of Kenya, and of course we have the Kenyatta University now. And we really need to appreciate also the how the Technical University has been doing it, because they've been supported by the university, given a bus, a ride to the league games, and if they have home games, we also go to their KU. Sorry, we want them to come as a team, not join other teams. You know, when they come as a team, they recruit more people within the university. And now our clubs, like Kulwata, we are here to absorb anybody who probably have finished the university and will love to continue playing Ultimate Frisbee. So at that particular point, we bring them in. But the status of the league, we're going to have our final, like I did mention, the Premier Final League in 29th. And then we'll be preparing for a tournament that is coming soon. And then at that particular point, I'm assuring you that when we'll be having the next interview over here, it will be in the whole country.
All right. Yeah. Well, he has actually, thrown some few challenge to you. And I want to ask you a very genuine question. Why haven't you form your team as of now? What is the challenge?
The challenge mostly it is being given us a specific playing area, being given a specific field where we know that let's say when you go to the fields at the KU, when let's say we are back in session, you normally see mostly that this one is a football pitch, this one is a rugby pitch, this one is a baseball, this one is for volleyball. So now we don't have a specific, like this one is for frisbee. And now mostly we have not done what we call a pickup in KU, at least to showcase what is frisbee.
All right.
We normally see people, they are like, hey, umebeba sahani bana, so nipatie niende mess. Yeah, not trying to convince them now. Mostly in words, it will be a bit difficult. At least when you're given, let's say this field is for frisbee specific. Now at least we'll do a showcase. They see what the game really, how it is played, what are the rules. Yeah, and at some point they'll see how fun it is, and they will join. Hopefully. Right. So now we are planning, let's say, for the coming September. Now we do a first year showcase. If at least the director of the sports allows us. Yeah, we do a showcase. We call it a pickup. We welcome, let's say, some of the Kulwata's experienced team members. They showcase what really frisbee it is, and we talk to them, we talk to the players, we talk to the first years, and at least we'll recruit them, and at least it will be a big number in KU. All right. Yeah.
Well, there is a challenge, and then I understand there is the election coming, and actually you are eyeing a spot there. Well, hypothetically speaking, let's say you get the seat that you want. What are some of the areas that you will consider, as far as improving this game is concerned?
Yeah.
And maybe you can tell us which seat are you vying for.
It's okay. Maybe that you have just brought this one in. I thought I could have bought you some tea so that we discuss this one later. But I'll just say frisbee has been a sleeping lion for a while, and now that it's an initiative that has been taken by the university. When we are bringing young people in, it means that we're giving whatever we are doing, giving it a life. So it's not something that's dying any soon. I might be old as at now. Very soon I might be focusing on other things as life prioritizes. But when I have Wambua coming in as a young man, a young lad who is also a leader within the university, it means that it can never die. And by the virtue that frisbee also has been introduced in the CBC, by this core curriculum that has been introduced recently, it means that we are now, people are coming from from a tender age knowing what frisbee is. In few years' time, we'll not be having this conversation to tell you what frisbee is.
All right.
Everybody should have known what frisbee, because just like football, we knew football when we were growing up at a young age. And we want to thank the government as well for doing that one, that honor for us. I am vying for, as of now, I'm looking for organizing secretary, and there are a lot of inclusivity that we need to have. As much as the president of the federation, the upcoming president, will be looking for one or two things, including bringing the game together, looking for sponsors, and also trying to support young teams like KU and any other upcoming clubs. Because as much as those clubs will be subscribing to our federation is called Kenya Flying Disc Federation. So in short, it's called KFDF. So as much as young people will be also subscribing, or other clubs subscribing to KFDF, we are looking forward for a federation just like football, where there are few funds or other resources that coming down to support the upcoming players. Because we still don't have a factory that is that's specializing in making discs in Kenya. Mostly we get them from the United States. And you know the current situation and the economic situation that we have. I'm even looking for that, hopefully, in the few years, because in Kenya we have almost all the resources that can make these ones. So if we will have maybe a factory that will be making these ones, specifically for frisbee in Kenya and Africa at large, that will be our hope. But as organizing secretary, I am in a position whereby I will be bringing that inclusion that we talked about, and organize tournaments, look for sponsors, and then at the end of the day, you don't have to invite me to be seen, but also you will be having that relationship that we will have built with you to come up to our games, air them out, and of course tell the world this is what is existing.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew,
yes,
what is the one thing that you will really love to see actually change for the better of this frisbee game?
One thing is that it is all about they showcase what they have, what frisbee it is. I think they must go to the universities, or I think all the universities and now at least try to at least talk to the departments of the sports in any universities, and at least showcase what is frisbee. You see, it is a new sport in Kenya currently, but imagine it is from 2010. So people they don't know many things about frisbee, and people when they see something like plates with the food shortages we have in Kenya, definitely it will be
all about food.
It's all about food. So mostly it's about how they have to showcase it, showcase, and how they are going to now on planning on the Premier Leagues, on different tournaments, who are looking for sponsors. I have seen some players getting scholarships, or now they are going to give them, or now they are going to award them. But they award them according to the spirits.
All right.
Yeah.
He talks about the reward, and even as we try to merge it because we are running out of time, but I want us to talk about a few things. There is this upcoming games, that is the All Africa Ultimate Club Championship, that is just a couple of months away. What is your trajectory this time round, even as you prepare for this tournament?
As at now, talking on behalf of Nairobi region, a time will come while I'll be talking on behalf of Kenya, and I've not been given that mandate yet.
Right.
So it will be my happiness to see the All Africa Championship trophy remains here in Nairobi.
Right.
Here in Nairobi. And if by extension that it doesn't have to be here, then it can be in Kenya, because a win for any team in Kenya is a win for all of us. Like I did mention that I'm looking forward for organizing secretary, and I've just heard Wambua saying that there are protocols within the parastatals, including the universities, for a game to be established. There are some bureaucracies, a lot of them, that you need to follow. So I'm feeling that it will be so easy to be followed by a federation, because it has that bit of magnitude when I'm arguing on behalf of federation than when Wambua is arguing on behalf of KU Ultimate. So Wambua, I'm looking for that at least at the end of the day, we will be having federation supporting these upcoming teams, so that at least at the end of the day, they don't have to attack it by themselves. But All Africa team, All Africa games that stated to happen in October around between 5th and 8th is bringing up a lot of teams, not only in Kenya. In Kenya, I'm pretty sure you're going to register about 5 of them. We have registered about 5 of them, with 2 of them coming from Nairobi. That is Kemri Ultimate, and of course we have Fast Touch, and of course Nairobi. That is the Kulot Ultimate.
All right.
In Western Kenya, there are some teams in Kisumu. There is Blackfish Ultimate, Kakamega Wolves, and there's a team in Vihiga called Tropical Rangers. All of us are going to fight for this. There are teams coming from Uganda. There are teams coming from a lot of teams coming from South Africa, and of course there are other teams coming from West Africa, and of course the Egypt. So this is the playing card. One, we have hosted these games. This is our second time hosting it in Kenya. There was first time in 2017. It was hosted here in Nairobi by my club, and then it went, because it happens every 2 years.
All right.
Yeah, it went to South Africa, and now it's back again to Kenya.
Okay.
It's going to be a very competitive game. It's not going to be a child's play. People are going there to win, and someone cannot use all the flight and the everything, because for example, we have Comoros coming over here from next to Madagascar. Comoros is coming. And the young players, they're trying to get the funds. So they cannot spend all that amount of money on flight just to come and see where is Kisumu. No. They're coming to win. And we are also here making sure that even if it's about kwenda kwa mganga to win this and retain it, we will have to do it. So I'm just hoping that you will be there to witness what will be happening.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure this one you will be somewhere along the fence, just watching the game. But this one coming here in Kenya, and some of Kenyan's team, of course, taking part in it. Just how special is it for you, of course, for your team, even as it serves up the motivation for future engagement? How excited are you?
Yeah, I'm very much excited. You see, for you to at least to be a champion in somewhere, you must expose yourself, in very many things about the specific, let's say the specific game you want to be the best. Yeah, just like LeBron James. Now, before when you see his career up to where he is right now, he has done very many things, sacrifice, discipline, what to do with exposure, and now playing, let's say playing AUCC, that is African Ultimate Club Championship, which will be held in Kisumu. Yeah, I feel like I'm. I don't know. Even it's more than special. It's more than special. Yeah, and first I will say kudos to Dr. Florence, Sports Director KU. Yeah, she's really trying very hard to follow how is the game played. Yeah, we normally keep in touch. We talk about where the fields are. How can I? How have you seen any free area you can play? At least she's doing a lot of work, and at least we are keeping in touch, and we are hoping from September, as she promised, she will give us now the grounds. At least.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, gentlemen, because we are running out of time, I'll give you each 1 minute just for your closing remarks. I will begin with you.
First of all, thank you for having us. There was my nursery teacher who told me that whenever you have an opportunity, first of all, thank them for having you. And then secondly, now, which camera should I face? I want to talk to Wananchi.
That one.
All right. Here we are, and we're talking about Frisbee. It might be something that is uncommon to you, but just like I did mention that Frisbee has been introduced in the CBC. So if you ask that grade 2, grade 3 kid you have at home, they will tell you that, hey mama, we are playing frisbee, so we just need you to keep, encouraging your kid, your school boy, your school girl, to keep playing frisbee, because we are trying to have these clubs so that when we play frisbee in school or rather in CBC, it doesn't have to end there. Soon we'll be starting playing frisbee also in secondary schools, universities, and then now the clubs, because we're looking forward to have as many teams as possible.
All right.
And we are trying so much, whether I make it as the organizing secretary or not, we are trying so much to have the federation help young teams that are trying to form within the universities and the institutions and the secondary schools, and as well as the upcoming clubs.
All
So
right.
that at the end of the day, we keep growing that big family.
All right.
Yes.
Well, you will pay for the advertisement. I've seen you trying to, campaign for yourself. Well, 1 minute, kindly.
Yes, I like this man. I think I can say he has to be the president of this frisbee ultimate, because at least when you look at him, he's very energetic and he has passion, and he knows how the game is played, and he's determined on doing many things according to this game. Now for me, I'll say now it is to KU people. Welcome to the frisbee ultimate in KU. It is called the KU Ultimate Frisbee Club, and for coming September, if you're watching this, we'll do a pickup from the rugby field. We normally talk with the captain mostly, and we liaise with Dr. Florence. At least he allows let's say some of the Kulota members to come and showcase it. At least now, let's say during the Kusa games, we talk to Masinde Murilo, Rongo, those universities playing. We at least form a small tournament.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much, Andrew Wambua, for making time. That is KU captain as far as the frisbee game is concerned. Then Ochoro here, Ronnie, thank you so much for making time. That is Goodwater FC. Your time and effort is all appreciated. For those who are eyeing, we wish you all the best. For those who are trying to make a mark, we still wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Well, we take yet another short break. When we come back, of course, we'll be diving into sports review, and of course, later on, we'll be beaming you into the discussion of football. Remember, the team is preparing for the World Cup that will be held in Malaysia, and have the coach and of course the captain already in the house. And it's just a matter of time before we dive into that conversation. See you in a bit.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience. Kenyatta University will hold its 53rd graduation ceremony on Friday, 21st July 2023 at the main campus along Thika Superhighway. KUTV will provide live coverage of the graduation ceremony from 8 a.m. The graduation ceremony will also be streamed live on KUTV, KU website, Lola app, and all KU social media platforms. For more information, please contact the Office of the Registrar Academic on 020-870-3092 or 0786-335-111 or visit the KU website on www.ku.ac.ke. Kenyatta University, transforming higher education, enhancing lives.
We are all seeing the impacts of climate change. In Kenya, for example, the frequency of the floods is becoming more and worse. The amount of people and livestock we're losing.
The level we need to go is the level where the normal mwananchi and also the government stakeholders can uptake the solutions.
Those small acts multiplied by millions of us will help make a difference in the world at the end of the day.
It's just a slight behavior change that we need, and you find that it serves us a bit more than you put in. And that's the goal. We want to live a better world than we found. Because at the rate we are going, it's dire.
We will secure the planet for future generations.
This is my jam down. I say manami, I will never give up. Na hata nikisota away. Show me something. Everybody wanna feel like me. You're just like a river. Real thing, if I never mama, I wouldn't believe me. Hear me when I say just like.
Kaka mtazamaji popote ulipo, unapokuwa ukitazama Safina Show inang'oa nanga sasa hivi. Ungana nami Albanas Mwania, nahodha wa Safina Show, nikutoe ng'ambo ya pili hadi ufuoni. Safina Show, sauti ya matumaini. Technology, science, innovation, ICT and research. These are the ingredients upon which the solutions to the 21st century problems are founded. In a world that is rapidly changing, it's all hands on deck to ensure a balance in all fields of life. Women, young and old, are also in the front line, breaking the glass ceiling, becoming thought leaders in the larger tech space. Not forgetting other societies marginalized. And when the tech Avengers come together, we inch closer to a much safer, efficient, and sustainable world. What we view as a norm in today's advanced world was just an idea, and for nostalgic reasons, we trace back to the iconic days to bring you the retro tech. On Tech Innovation Show, we encapsulate all the pillars of the fourth industrial revolution, decoded in a language, all for one for all. Every Monday at 8:30 as we push the mantra, keep learning something new each and every day. Only on KUTV, a new experience.
Say la vie, reaping piss poor, trade my
definitely my favorite is family. You know, family comes first in everything I do.
Game made my leap, wrangle with the streets, it ain't my G.
I used to be pretty fashionable, dude. Like, if you were at an award show, it would be like Fali Pupa was gonna show out. The Navio was gonna show out.
Never been a colony, so done with apologies on school fees for all of
behind the left jab, the right is always there. Behind the front foot, the back foot is always there.
Forge with this brand is bouncing pop past his team. He was
hey. Born in night robbery, my psychology means I gotta be one. Never been a colony, so done with apologies on school fees for all of these sons. Yo, what up, man? This is Top in Africa. Make sure y'all stay here. It's your boy Navio, all the way from UG, right here on KUTV. Keep it locked, baby.
K-Sarah, had a couple dues and I paid them all. It's an 18 hole and I stayed the course.
Kenyatta University will hold its 53rd graduation ceremony on Friday, 21st July 2023 at the main campus along Thika Superhighway. KUTV will provide live coverage of the graduation ceremony from 8 a.m. The graduation ceremony will also be streamed live on KUTV, KU website, Lola app, and all KU social media platforms. For more information, please contact the Office of the Registrar Academic on 020-870-3092 or 0786-335-111 or visit the KU website on www.ku.ac.ke. Kenyatta University, transforming higher education, enhancing lives.
Right, welcome back, and we pick the discussion, and now we want to dive directly into sports review. Remember, later on we'll be talking to Titus Mboya. This is the head coach for Kenya Woodball, and the team is preparing for the World Cup that will be held in Malaysia. We'll be talking to him and, of course, captain later on. But first thing first, let's take a look at what is happening around the country, of course, around the country and even across the globe. I'm talking about sports review, whereby we'll be taking account on what is happening there at Nyayo Stadium. The team Kenya, that is Chipu, is currently, they are campaigning against, they are playing Samoa in the World Cup Rugby Trophy that is happening at Nyayo Stadium. Well, gentlemen, I'm joined by two of my very good friends, Eugene there, and of course Britton. Well, thank you so much for making time. It has been a while. I see you have represented your team, Manchester City. Well, right away. Well, there is a fixture that was released. I think it was yesterday, which we have Harambee Stars for the first time ever after I think 2 years. Now Harambee Stars will be participating in at least competitive international football, and we have the World Cup qualifiers for Africa, and Harambee Stars is in Group E, alongside we have in Group F, alongside Cote d'Ivoire. Then we have the likes of Gabon, then Gambia. I don't know if my director has that graphics so that you can see which group we are at. Well, we are talking about this is World Cup qualifiers, and we are very interested in Group F. That is Kenya, the group that Kenya is in, that comprise of Cote d'Ivoire, Gabon, then we have Gambia there. Well, this group one, do you see, is it a tough group for Kenya, or this is just a walkover?
It's a very tough group for Kenya because we've been struggling a lot in the international games. So I think we should have hopes in this, but not that much. But I think we should do our best because Ivory Coast is a very much experienced team, more than us. They have been in this competition and qualified more than us. We have been the weaker team according to the group because Gambia, Gabon, tukipatananga na hao wanatupiga nini. So I think this time we need to lace our boots and go there with only one option, only to win.
All
so
right.
Yeah.
Eugene, group inakataa fama tuko na chance.
Nasemaje? Tuko too optimistic. Why? Because we have a new tactician and we have a new regime, unaona? So let's hope that our boys wakaenda huko tusiogope and we proceed. But najua kwa timu itatupiga inaitwa tu Ivory Coast because of their stars. But tusene nayo mentality huko because they are star-sided team wanatupiga. We have hopes that we will proceed to the next round and qualify for the first time ever to World Cup. Yeah.
Hapa Britain anasema Cote d'Ivoire ni timu kali. Tunaona pia kuna Gabon pia ni wanoma. Then we have the likes of Gambia, tuliwaona hiyo African Cup of Nation, hiyo AFCON, and this is a team that actually really surprised many. And we have the likes of Seychelles still in this team. Tulicheza na wao bro, wakatufinya. So
yes, Seychelles maybe team yenye tuko sure tunaweza toa points hapo, but tukiwa na coordination and tuende huko tucheze as one. Unajua sometimes kama players tunaweza enda huko, unaweza kuwa na ile uoga kidogo, hizi ni timu kubwa. But ukikuwa composed unaweza piga hizi timu kubwa. Unajua sometimes unapatanga timu ndogo ndo zina rise. Kuna time maybe hata Algeria tukao tunaisikia then ikatu surprise ikashinda AFCON. So hii tu ni tunafaa kwenda huko na mentality tu ya kushinda na tucheze as one. Hiyo ndo inaweza tusaidia, but tukienda huko na uoga kidogo hivi game ya kwanza tukipigwa, hizo zingine zote najua zinafuatananga tu. So we have to win the first game so that we can secure the rest of the games.
All right. Let's take a look at the groups, and let's begin with Group A. We have Egypt there, then Burkina Faso, we have Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone there, Ethiopia, then Djibouti. Hapa ni nani unaona hii kitu anaweza enda nayo?
Ni Egypt ama Burkina Faso. Hata pia Burkina Faso ilikuwa na challenge last time. So I think, but for me it's Egypt.
All right. Na wewe Yuji unaona
Egyptian lazima wapenye. And let's say Burkina Faso wazim, because I don't know how they look group, the two of them.
All right. Let's take a look at Group B. We have the African champions as far as African Cup of Nations is concerned. We have Senegal there. We have that is the Democratic Republic of Congo, Mauritania. Then we have Togo, Sudan, and South Sudan. What an irony! Sudan, South Sudan, yote place moja. Britain, hii group ni nani?
Naweza sema Senegal, but tukirudi nyuma in history, unajua hata Congo shai qualify for World Cup. So huwezi jua, but hapo now sure ni yenye tuko sure now ni sana ni moja tu, na that's Senegal.
All right. Na wewe Eugene unasemaje?
For me, I'll go with Senegal and Togo. Yeah, Senegal and Togo, because Senegal unajua tu their records are straight. The champions sai. Nikidhani for in Africa they're rated higher in nini kwa hizo FIFA rankings. Nadhani Africa ndio wako juu. So Togo cover for Senegal and Togo to proceed to the next round.
Right, Group C tuko na Nigeria there, then we have the likes of South Africa, Benin, Zimbabwe hapo, then Rwanda and Lesotho. So wakuu hapa ni inakaa obvious.
South Africa na Nigeria
najua siku hizi sometimes wana perform, sometimes ujui.
Osimhen is coming up.
Kuna mastaa pia.
Kuna mastaa, lakini pia unajua ukiwa na star wengi imanishi uta proceed. Usisahau Algeria haiku proceed to World Cup last time because they had many stars, but unajua ujuangi.
Okay.
So mimi kwangu South Africa inaweza proceed na Zimbabwe.
Okay. Alafu tuko na Group D, tuko na Cape Verde hapo, Cameroon, Cape Verde, Angola, Libya, then Eswatini na Mauritius.
It's an obvious there, Cameroon itapenya. Kuna hata timu sijaisikia Eswatini, sijaisikia yote, sioni kienda mahali.
But I want to surprise you. You remember the performance of Cape Verde in the African Cup of Nations? Now, this could be the dark horse in this race.
By the way. But kama una consistency, inakuanga ngumu sana kwa football without consistency. Maybe kama wamekuwa kitrain, wanaweza tu surprise.
Mimi nasema waende na hiyo mentality ya AFCON. Watapenya.
Alright. We have a group Group F. Group E, where tuko na Morocco. Now the top ranked team in Africa. We have Zambia there, Congo, our neighbors Tanzania, Niger, then Eritrea. So hapa is it obvious?
hapo tu tunajua Tanzania na Morocco tu. Hapo hizi countries zingine hizi cha focus kwa economy.
A group iko na Morocco, Zambia, Congo, Tanzania, Niger, Eritrea.
Wewe sema kitu moja. Morocco itaenda, si ndio? Sasa hiyo sport nyingine. Naona kati ya TZ na hiyo nyingine gani?
Tuko na Niger.
Kuna hiyo msema na Zambia. Naona TZ na Zambia. If TZ can manage to beat Zambia, they'll proceed because TZ sasa umeona hizi za CAF. Wanaenda finals, the younger check. Wanaenda finals. So if they manage to beat Zambia, they'll proceed, but there's obviously the nini inaitwa Morocco lazima ataenda.
Haya, group G, Algeria, Guinea, Uganda, Mozambique, then Botswana and Somalia.
Kwa group zingine ni ngumu, unajua tu timu moja tu inaweza proceed. Hapo unajua kuna Algeria, Uganda sometimes wanakuanga competitive, but sometimes wanaenanga wanapotea tena. So acha niweke laki yangu kwa Uganda na Algeria. Yeah.
Okay, then last but not least, let's talk about group I, that is Mali, Ghana, Madagascar there, Central African Republic, then we have Comoros and Chad. Yenye mnaona gani bana?
Ghana lazima.
Ghana lazima.
Ghana because of their stars lazima Ghana itaenda, unaona. So the next sport msana nafikiria watafaitia wote ama
Chad.
Mali,
Chad is a nice team, so I think I'll go with Chad.
What about Mali?
Haya. Well, nyinyi kama bado mna contemplate when we have the ongoing world rugby, that is World Cup Rugby Championship, and actually it's called trophy, that is happening there at Nyayo Stadium. And I want to draw your attention to, we have two pools. Pool A, that is Scotland, then we have Uruguay, then United States of America and Zimbabwe, that is in group A. Then pool B, that is where we have Spain, Samoa, Kenya and Hong Kong, China. Remember, Kenya will be up against Samoa in that pool B, and that is our opening match of this campaign. Well, before even we take a look at the statistics, who has what, and maybe who doesn't, well, let me just bring you up to speed of what we stand to lose. Gentlemen, all is at risk. Stakes are high for either team. Remember, the winner of this tournament will be, of course, transitioning to World Cup now, World Cup Championship. And in the previous history of this tournament, Kenya, the closest we have ever come to actually sniffing this title is just fourth place. And that was in 2009. Now it is a different set of players, environment. I dare to say it's quite different, but the GOAT is always the GOAT. We are up against the likes of Samoa, the dominant teams as far as rugby is concerned. They have shown us what they're capable of. We have seen it even in the global stage, and now it's a replica of father son was son here in Kenya. What's your take?
Actually you're in pool B, and your pool B now ni ngumu sana juu tuko the likes of Hong Kong, China and Samoa imeshinda mara mbili, so we cannot, hatuwezi sema it's an easy game for us to compete now. I think hii now tutaomba tu Mungu. Hii ni ile nakanga hivyo, naomba Mungu juu, because hii rugby this time we have the likes of USA, we have Uruguay, and we have Samoa. Hizi ndio team hapa zimeshinda hizi championship. We have Samoa winning twice, we have USA once and Uruguay once. So I think this will be a very tough game for us. Actually, us opening the ground with us playing with against Samoa. So we need to pray. We need prayers.
Anasema maombi.
Hapa ni maombi.
Unasema kitu moja. Hiyo maombi kidogo nikaijafika kwa Mungu kwa sababu results zinasema aje, Samoa wametupiga. The first game tushapigwa 34 to 25, unaona?
Ishaingia.
Sasa
Tumetulamba, sio?
Tumetulamba on our grounds, unaona? So we're waiting for the next two games to kama if we win one, we manage to win one and hope the Samoans do the next one to proceed on. But for the first game we have lost and let's see, it's too sad because we're at home, tumenunua tickets. Lakini sawa.
Hadi grao kuna venye tumefanya
renovation, unaona?
Anyway.
Jenda maandamano.
Well, na E group B. Tuko na Spain pia ni wabaya. Hong Kong not so much. But sasa hapa unaona ni nani anaweza penya hii kitu?
Samoa, my take is Samoa because Samoa wako na experience. Unajua ukiwa na experience, hii ni kitu inaanzia from huku juu. The ladder inaanzia from juu kwenda chini. So I think if umezaliwa kwa place unashinda sana, uko na ile mentality, mkienda hapa you have to play as one. Composed. Mjuu mnajua this is something which mmekuwa mkifanya. So I think Samoa ama China inaweza to surprise, but I think Samoa will take it.
Well, kuna pia another tricky group. We have group A that is Scotland, kuna hapo Uruguay, then US. Alafu Zimbabwe. Remember Zimbabwe is the team that walitunyorosha hapa nakumbuka. Hapa Nyayo hapo
mtaani.
Hiyo pole pia ni ngumu. Juu Zimbabwe ishapigwa. And I think hapo sasa ni USA. Kama si ni USA wamekuwa kiperform of late, so I think USA watabeba hiyo kutoka puli yao.
Yaani hao wanakuja Afrika,
wanatupigia kwetu,
wanatufunza lesson kwetu, na wataenda tu wakismile
na weather yetu. Hata hiyo weather hajazoea.
Na kwao kwanza kuna heat.
So wanakuja hapa wana take advantage. So
all right. Pretty fast. Prediction. Nani anabeba hii kitu?
The overall, going for the Samoans to win.
Samoans. Yeah. All right. Let's switch gears now to the FKF Premier League season. Fixtures zishatolewa. Tunaona Gor hapo watafungua na Sofapaka. And before hata tuende sana, naomba director wangu kama hapa anaweza tuwekeza fixtures tuone venye mambo itakuwa. But defending champions will be up against Sofapaka in their opening match, and league ishafika ni 26th of August, just a couple of days away. And match day 1 we have Kakamega Homeboys versus KCB. Then Bandari will be up against Tusker. Bandari walifanywa ile kitu wakaamua kukua Arsenal Dortmund ligi na inaeleweka inakuanga hivyo. Nzoia Sugar watakuwa up against Ulinzi. Then Gor Mahia will be up against Sofapaka, that is in their title defense match. They will begin their title defense match against Sofapaka. Then we have the Kariobangi Sharks will be up against Shabana, the newbies. Well, match day 2 we have Postal Ranger versus Bidco United. FC Leopard will be up against Atlanta. Then Nairobi City Stars will be up against, that is the playoff. There is a playoff that actually I understand it has already begun between the winner of Wazito and Migori Youths that will play Nairobi City Stars in match day 2. So whoever win that playoff will automatically get the ticket. They will be promoted to the Premier League. However, one will be promoted, the other one will be demoted, and that's how the game is. Then we have Kenya Police will be up against Moranga Seal. This is another team that have actually shown potential. You remember the last season in the the nullified league. This is a team that actually had already qualified. Along with Fortune Sacco. And the decision actually, it was some sort of a beat to them, a big one. But they went home, shook the dust, and continued the race. And here they are. You talked about consistency, and now we are seeing consistency in this team. We just hope they will, live up to the expectation and the momentum, and of course, the speed that the Kenya Premier League, top tier league, comes with it, and it'll be very interesting to see. Well, gentlemen, I know the matches are just a couple of days away, so there isn't much to talk about this. But maybe if I can get just your overall overview of the 2023-2024 season, who do you see maybe yatasumbua sana?
Back to back Gor Mahia. Mi mtu kama wa timu wa Gor Mahia, as I told you last time,
but
see Gor Mahia.
I see your team. I've seen his team imekuja kwa ligi Shabana. Why are you not rooting for Shabana to win?
Shabana
is from Kisii, where you come from.
Iko sawa tu, watapush lakini the champions will still retain. Itaenda tu kwa nini? I think Tusker ilitusumbua last time. Wali lose game yao yenye walikuwa nafaa washinde. Actually they were supposed to be the winners, but they played as like Arsenal, but I think they bottled the league. So we hope for the best next time. Wa TABD wanaweza jaribu kushinda hii ligi tena.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at now. We want to talk about now the promotion league, and prior to this match, the coach had some very interesting things to say as far as this particular league is concerned. I don't know if we have that the reaction between the promotion league reaction there. We can see what the coach had to say, and that is the Migori youth coach as far as today's tournament, or rather playoff, are concerned. All right. While we wait for that, well, Wazito, Migori youth, how do you see this?
Ninasema kitu moja, Wazito kitu iliwatoa kwa momentum ni ile siku walipoleta sponsors wao, unaona? Zeka kwa watu on a downgrade level. So for me to see Wazito being there, bado koka dini FKF, ni ngumu kupiga Migori youth, because walikuwa na malast afu ni the third or the fourth, unaona? So I think Migori youth can surprise us and beat Wazito and play next season in the league.
All right.
Yeah.
Actually there is something that the coach really said. He's hoping and actually praying so much that they'll become the second team to actually win this ticket through playoff. Remember the first team that did that was Kenya Police. When they went through this particular playoff. And talking about coach, there is something that he said. Let's take a look.
Because I've seen the hand of God in all the activities that we've been doing since 2022-2023 season. It has been tough to us, but we thank God that we have made it to the playoff, and we know that we are still going to remain in the Premier League. For today's meeting, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Federation. It was a well-organized meeting, and our aim is to follow all the rules that has been the Federation has advised us to follow, and we hope everything will be okay in both first leg and second leg.
Today we were basically here to agree on the dates and the fixture in terms of where does it start. We've tossed, and I think we're going to begin it at home on Saturday. So we play this Saturday and the next Saturday. I think for us this is going to be a new one, because this is the first time we're getting to a playoff stage. We are upbeat, we are confident, we have a good team, and we're asking all our fans to come out in their numbers. I think we want to make Wazito wawe wepesi.
All right, well, that is the coach, just showing how optimistic he is. Well, gentlemen, because you are just, racing against time, before we call it a day on this particular sports review is concerned, there is some transfers, and now we'll be switching gears to international sports, review, and let's talk about the transfers. And I'm sure I'm aware Collins has been on the standby, and we want just to take a look at what is happening. I don't know if Collins can hear me. All right. Well, even as we wait for Collins, there is some done deals. Ashley Young officially is an Evertonian player. Ashley Young moves from Aston Villa now to Everton Well, then we have the likes of Christian Pulisic, who's now, he has found a new home in Milan. He's officially AC Milan player. Then we have the likes of Solomon, who was decamped from Shakhtar Donetsk to Tottenham. Well, this signing, especially, is it a wise move for Tottenham, of course, to go for Manar Solomon from Shakhtar Donetsk, bringing his quality to the club?
Tottenham has made important moves. They also signed Madison. It was surprising because hakuna mtu alikuwa expect Tottenham wanataka Madison. So I think they're taking key players. Their midfield, their defense. They also signed Poro for long term. So I think they're doing their best to strengthen their team. So I actually hope next season they should surprise us, because the last time they signed so many players, they just failed us. Wakamaliza number 8, Man 7. Huko nyuma. So
these signings, are they quality signing
for Tottenham? I think that they are just ikurusa kwa nini Tottenham, the main challenge was defense, because when Romero akiumia walikuwa wanaita Sanchez, and Sanchez was mtu mablanda sana, unaona. So I think the Solomon could replace hapo katikati for defense, and for a creative number 10, which is James Madison, tasaidia kufanya wakiweka they don't sell Hurricane, watafunga bao mingi.
All right, Collins, we are talking about now the done deals, and we have seen the likes of Ashley Young already. He's an Evertonian player. We have Christian Pulisic, who was decamped from Chelsea, and now he is an Inter Milan player. Then we have Manar Solomon from Shakhtar Donetsk all the way to Tottenham. What is your reaction to this signing, especially the Tottenham signings? We have seen them, they are so busy in the transfer market. Do you think these are quality signings, and actually it will help the team that last season many thought they had all what it takes to actually go toe-to-toe with the big guns like the likes of Manchester City, Arsenal, and of course Manchester United? All right. Well, we have now there is some targets. Now we are working on that, sound, and as soon as we get him, we'll be, back with him just to give us his thought on this one. Well, we have some targets. Well, we see Chelsea has been chasing this Moise Caicedo for quite a while, and indications things might be good for the West London club. It's just a couple of time before these signs become official, and it will be a good news. Chelsea has been generous, donating left, center, right for Manchester United, Manchester City here, Arsenal. Wow, Chelsea, the mother of all. Well, Caicedo to Chelsea. How big is it?
Very big. You see the likes of Kante going to Al Hilal. So I think them replacing Caicedo to be their sole number 6, that will be a great move, because Caicedo is a great player. He can play very well as a CDM. I think that's what they are lacking right now. Their midfield is shaky. So I think they really needed a CDM right now. So I think Caicedo is the man. Yeah.
Caicedo anakustua bro.
If signed, it's a great signing. If Kapepa kitaisha, jamaa atasumbua sana IPL. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good signing.
It's a promising pass. Yeah.
All right, Collins, this Caicedo, a Brighton player, of course, and we are still trying to finalize some papers, and it's just a matter of time before he becomes a Chelsea player. Well, do you think Chelsea have actually, pulled a surprise gun, or it was pretty obvious? The writing was there on the wall for everyone to see.
I think that Chelsea did good to go for signature, And automatically Kaisedo is coming to replace Ngolo Kante, who was given Chelsea service for more than 6-7 years on a trot. And being first 11 for Brighton and also a national team player for Kaisedo, I think that Kaisedo ticks all the boxes for Chelsea and the kind of player that Chelsea really needs in their squad.
All right, and we have your club, Manchester United. You are really, chasing after the signature of Andre Onana. We understand you have been chasing this, and you have been hit with fine for breaching the financial fair play rule. Well, do you think you'll be able to marshal whatever resources that you have to make sure that you bring this one, because you have a player like David De Gea has already left the club. Do you think this is something that you can pull?
Manchester, for a number of years, has not been very good on selling players, but they have been good on buying. And going by the way that Eric Ten Hag wants to play, and I think Ten Hag is a kind of coach that plays from the back, gives the tempo, then yes, and Onana is very comfortable with the ball on his side. Unlike De Gea, who is not very good, I think that Onana is going to play a very crucial role for Manchester United and Ten Hag this season going forward. And about the financial, very poor for Manchester not to have seen this coming, and I think this happened between the year between 2019-2022 season, and I think that is going to affect Manchester United and their signing. And on the matter of balancing the book, I think
all right,
that Manchester United must sell a deposit, but if not, they're in a very big trouble.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, because of time, I think I'm sorry for this one, but we'll have to end it there as far as this, sports review and all the analysis is. Sports analysis and all this review as far as transfer, international transfers are concerned. Well, I think it's about time we take a short break. And when we come back, we'll be proceeding with the latest before we call it a day. Right. I see we are having some, few of challenges there, but we do apologize for that. And because the time is not on our side, I think this is where we call it a day. Well, thank you so much for making time, and we hope to see you next time by the grace of God. Of course, my name has been AUMA Evans, and thank you so much. See you next time.